Questions for Anthony?
Well, first, the match on Sunday. How would you describe that? Tight match. You get to sudden victory. I mean, how'd you feel out there?
I felt good, and it's a great opportunity to compete against the number one guy in the country. So every time you get a chance to do that, it's a great opportunity.
What's it like getting a chance like that early in the year where you can kind of, have a measuring stick a little bit about where you are and where you need to go?
Man, I'm just grateful that we get a chance like that early on, because I haven't been wrestling in a while. So testing myself against the number one guy is like a good way to measure where I'm at. And I don't feel underdog against anybody, so.
You had that little measuring test. Now you guys are going off to Cliff Keen, which is almost like a mini NCAA tournament. How excited are you for that test? Because you got a couple top 10 guys in your bracket.
I'm really excited. I'm just gonna go out there and let it fly and just have fun, and just still grateful for the opportunity to compete every time.
How do you feel? It seemed like you got to your offense a lot on Sunday, but a guy that seasoned is able to fend off a lot of attacks, it feels like. Is that a growth area, too, that you can take from a guy,
Yeah.
He's got that to counter what I'm doing kind of thing?
I'm growing. This is like the first time that I go against a really good guy, and when I went out there, I respected him because he deserved that respect. He earned it. He's the number one guy. But I feel like I wasn't even doing all my stuff because of, like I said, I respected him a lot. But every time I keep competing, I'm just going to keep getting better and better.
Is there now a part of you where you can maybe be like, all right, now that I've done that and I've seen it, now I can let this loose a little bit more? He's talking about getting more of that stuff?
Yeah, it's going to be exciting, man. Every time I compete, I'm just going to keep getting better, and I'm just going to let it fly, because after all this time that I spent off the mat, I realized that this is what I love. I don't want to do anything else than wrestling, and every time I get that chance, I'm just going to put it out there.
What's it like being reunited with Yonger Bastida here?
Man, I can't even explain it, bro. We come from the same team since we were 8 years old, and we never separated from each other. We go to breakfast together, we go to lunch together, we go to dinner together, we come to practice together, we get in the shower, we talk. It's all the time. We do homework together, so we never separate. Think about it. It's like amazing brotherhood.
When he found out you were going to come here, what was his reaction and what was his interaction? Like, was he calling you, texting you, all that?
He wanted me to come here since the first time he came.
Yeah.
So when he found out that I was coming, he was like, dude, this is gonna be great. I'm telling you, it's gonna be just like the way it was back home, and we're gonna be living a dream, and that's what we're doing. We're living a dream here at Iowa State. He's
of course known for his motor and aggression. You feel like you bring a similar mentality to Matt?
That's
yeah.
Yeah, that's the mentality we have in Cuba. They always emphasize on being aggressive and just giving everything you got until from the first second to the match and the last second of the match. So that's what we do.
How do you feel that aggressiveness that was instilled in you in Cuba has fit well in Iowa State's room? Because Iowa State, Kevin Dresser, they like that aggressiveness. They like guys getting after. I think you guys forced quite a few stall calls against Iowa. So how do you feel like that meshes for you guys?
I feel like it's perfect, and Coach Dresser and the rest of the staff do a really good job on working on hand fight and just giving guys that confidence that we're working hard. So you should go out there and do the same thing that you're doing here in the room, which is like giving all you got, and they emphasize on that.
I know Yonger came here not knowing any English. Did you come here knowing English, or?
No, I didn't know any English when I got here, so I'm really proud of being able to speak English.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And what's it mean just to be able to have you and Yonger both being able to represent Cuba and then your country here at Iowa State at the same time?
It means a lot, and it's just like we're grateful for that opportunity, and for me, being grateful means that you get to do something that not a lot of people are capable of doing, and at the same time, you're representing your loved ones and the people you want to make proud. So
How hard has the cut been to get down to 41?
It's not bad, because when I was making 149, I was walking around 155, eating as much as I wanted, and I was getting down to 149 pounds, like wearing no sweats. So that's a decision we consider everyone as a team, and I agreed to it because I think that we're gonna have a really good team with me at 141 pounds, and I want this team to be a championship team. So
Who do you scrap with the most in the room?
I scrap with everybody. You're not gonna lie, and all these guys are scrappers, man. They all bring it in, and Coach Dresser, he's a motivational speaker. You know, before practice, every time he gives a speech, and he gets everybody lit up. Like when you're going against anyone in the room, the number 1, number 2, number 3 guy, it don't matter. You're gonna have a war out there because they're really motivated and they want to get better. So.
Dresser mentioned that you were the guy a little bit to say, hey, we got to get Casey in the lineup. I mean, what did you see out of a guy like him to be able to be like, hey, like he needs to be here?
I mean, I want the best for the team, and Casey is a fighter. You know, he's a warrior. He works super hard, and like I see the hard work too. So when you see somebody that really wants it, like when they want it really bad, they deserve the shot. So I think that having him out there, like he can be an All-American or national champion, and that's why I wanted him to be on the lineup.
All right, thank you much.
Thanks so
Appreciate
much,
it.
guys. Appreciate it.